How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today, I have 3 racks of spare ribs that we are going to be doing a little test cook on. We're going to be cooking these ribs on the Z grills at 225 degrees, and we're going to find out once and for all, is it better to wrap your ribs in foil, butcher paper, or keep them naked and cook them unwrapped the entire time. This is a video I've wanted to do for quite a while. I'm excited to see the results, so let's get in and get these ribs prepped up and out onto the smoker. All right, so here is one of our racks of spare ribs. I'm just gonna show you how I trim up one of them very quickly. If you're interested in seeing a more detailed process, I have a video on this, but we are not trimming these down to St. Louis cut. We are leaving them spares. I want a little bit bigger of a rib. So the first thing we're gonna do is get them flipped over, and we are going to just see if we need to take this skirt off. Got a little bit right there. We'll just take that off. And the next thing we want to do is take this bone out right here. So we'll just come in and just get through that. All right, now the next thing we want to do is just take off this end bone right here. It is actually a bone and a bone spur in there. You can see that little bit of a bone spur right there. A lot of hard fat in there. Like I've said a million times, if you want to save these trimmings and use them to test out other rubs that you're interested in trying out, definitely go for that. Now I'm just going to come in and kind of find that last bone and just take the end off of there. Next, I'm gonna flip this rack over, just kind of see how everything is looking right here. We got a little bit of weird cartilage right there, but that's fine, it'll cook down. Now we're just gonna even this out. All right, so now that we have our ribs shaped up, they're looking pretty good. We're gonna flip this over and we'll just take this membrane off. All right, so those ribs are done. They're looking good. I'm gonna get the other 2 racks trimmed up, and then I will bring you back and show you how we're gonna season these up. All right, so here are our 3 racks of trimmed up spare ribs. And the first rub we're coming in with today, to nobody's surprise, is the Tailgaters Barbecue Party Rub as our base. And that's just gonna look like this. The next rub we're coming in with today is my Kickin BBQ Honey Chipotle. This is gonna be about the same medium-ish layer as the party rub. Then finally, we're coming in with a little bit of the Suckle Busters meat candy, just because it is so dang good. All right, so now that we have the bottom side seasoned up, we're just gonna give it a press. We're going to repeat the process on the top side. All right, so here are our ribs all seasoned up, and I thought about doing this recipe very simple with like an SPG type rub and just letting the meat speak for itself. But at the end of the day, I'm always looking to up my game. So I'm cooking these ribs exactly how I would when I wrap in foil, and we're gonna see if they turn out better in butcher paper, foil, or not at all. I'm just gonna cook ribs how I like to cook ribs, because at the end of the day, I'm still spending my entire day cooking these ribs, and I wanna enjoy eating them. So I'm just gonna let this rub sweat in here a little bit. I got the Z grills rocking at 225 degrees with the Smoky Woods Ultimate Blend pellets, and these are gonna be great. 225, we're letting them go all day long. It's hot outside, I don't have to be in and out, so I'll meet you outside when it's time to get these on the Z grills. All right, so we have the Z grills up to temp. Just get this open and get these ribs on. Like I said, rocking at 225 degrees. We're just gonna get these dead center. All right, so you can see we have the ribs on here. They're looking really good. Gonna close this down. We're not gonna check in for about an hour. We'll check in an hour, see if they need a little spritz of water, and we're just letting them roll. So we'll see you in 1 hour. All right, so it has been 1 hour. We're gonna check in on these ribs. You can see they're looking good. They have some really nice color. We're just gonna give them a little spritz here, just with some plain old water. And I'm gonna come out and do this about every 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not gonna bring you back every time. This is just me explaining what I'm doing here. So every 30 minutes to an hour, come out and give them a spritz until it's time to wrap. I will bring you back when it's time to wrap and let you know how long it's been. So we'll see you then. All right, so it has been 3 hours total. I've just been coming out about every hour, every half hour, and just spritzing these ribs. You can see they are looking really, really good. Now at this point, we're going to wrap up the two that I'm choosing to wrap, and that is going to be these two right here. So we are gonna get these guys off and get them wrapped up. One will be in foil, one will be in butcher paper. We'll decide on which one's going to be which when we get in the house. And this one right here, we're just gonna let it roll. I'm just gonna spritz it a little bit more here. And that's gonna be it. Still rocking at 225 degrees. Let's go get these wrapped. All right, so here are 2 racks of ribs that we've had rolling at 225 degrees for approximately 3 hours. Here is our butcher paper. And all we're gonna do is I'm just gonna grab the top rack here and we are just going to get this wrapped up. Just pulling some of these hanger-ons off just to clean it up. And then all we're going to do is fold this up, smooth it out, fold this one over, smooth that out, and then we'll fold this and we'll fold this. And that is it. This will go on the grill like this, so it will go on meat side down, which is exactly how our foil wrapped ribs are going to go on. And this is gonna be the rack we wrap in foil. All right, and there are our 2 wrapped rack of ribs. We have butcher paper, we have foil, and of course we have the naked rack still on outside, rocking at 225 degrees. I'm gonna get these on the smoker, let them go an hour, and then I'll check for tenderness. I'll bring you back at that time. But yeah, I'm gonna go get these on. Can't wait to try these. See you in a bit. All right, so it has been an hour since we wrapped our ribs. I'm just gonna take a quick reading here. We are sitting at about 173 degrees on the no wrap rack. Now the foil wrapped is looking good. It's looking done. It is probing real nice. Absolute butter here. Sitting at about 203, 202. And I am comfortable saying that is done. You can see we have some blowouts on those bones right there. So this rack is done. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off, just let it sit on the counter until the no wrap rack is done. Let's check the butcher paper rack. See how that's looking here. Ooh, that looks nice. Sitting at about 177 on this one, so the butcher paper and the no wrap rack are sitting at about the same temperature, which doesn't really surprise me. I am not surprised that the foil rack is done. So there we go. These 2 racks are gonna continue to cook. I'm gonna come out and check them in about another hour, see how they're looking. Now this foil wrap rack is just gonna sit out for a little bit, let the heat come off of it, and then it's gonna go into a cooler to keep warm so we can test all of these while they're still nice and warm. So at this point, I'm gonna get the grill shut down and we will be back in an hour to see how these are looking. See you then. All right, so it has been another hour. I did just check the paper wrapped ribs and they are done, they are tender. So I'm going to get those off and put them with the foil wrapped ribs. Now, this no wrap rib is just about there, but it's just not quite tender. Still got some toughness in here, mainly up in here in this rib tip area. Sitting at about 190-ish right there. So we're gonna let the no wraps go about another half hour and they should be done. I'm going to get the paper wraps off, let them rest, just sitting outside here. It's 100 degrees today. I'm not too worried about them just resting out here on the grill, because when it's time to get these off, we are actually gonna just probably sauce up all these ribs with a light coating of sauce, just for a little something. I mean, we're gonna enjoy these ribs regardless. So these paper ribs are nice and juicy. Look at that bend on there. That's what we're looking for right there. I can tell just by picking those up that they're done. So I'm gonna let them rest out here. I'm giving these about another 30 minutes or so, and I'm calling them done. So we'll see you in 30. All right, so it's been another 30 minutes. I got the paper wrapped ribs back on and the foil wrapped ribs back on. Here is the naked ones. Everything is probing wonderfully. I mean, now we are sitting good in all 3 racks. I mean, they all look phenomenal. Just by going off a visual, I will say that the foil wrapped ones look perfect. Really enjoy how those look, but at the end of the day, all that matters is how they taste. So I'm gonna let this bark set up a little bit, and then we'll get these sauced, because I wanna see how the ribs will taste like normal, and I wanna sauce them. So see you in a few minutes. All right, so it has been a few minutes. You can see, got our color back on these ribs, and we are just gonna hit them with a little bit of sauce. And the sauce that we're using is the Suckle Buster's Honey Barbecue Glaze and Finishing Sauce. Some of the best sauce on the market. Just is really, really good. All right, let's get this all sauced up nice. All right, and there we go. Got a nice shine on those bad boys. Let's get the lid closed, let that sauce set for just a couple of minutes. All right, it has been just a few minutes. You can see our sauce is looking absolutely amazing on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get these off, get them in the house, and we are gonna jump in and do the taste test. So we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, so here are our 3 racks of ribs, and just by looking at them, can you tell me which one's which? I'm gonna give you a look at this one. Looks good. Give you a look at this one. Looks good. And I'll give you a look at this one. Looks good. All right, so just by looking at them, can you tell the difference? This is the no wrap, this is the paper, and this is the foil, and this one by far is the best looking rack of ribs aesthetically wise. This one also looks really good. I mean, none of them really look bad. This one, you can just tell, is definitely a bit darker, but they all look and smell amazing, and I can't wait to see how they turned out. So I'm just going to slide this over, and I think just for taste purposes, I'm just gonna slice one out of the middle of each rack. So this right here is the no wrap rib. You can see there's still moisture in there, a little darker than what I like in a rib. But again, these are at-home eaters. These are not for competition. So it is what it is. All right, rack number 2 is the paper wrap. Get a nice middle one out of here. See how this turned out. A lot of moisture in there. Nice and juicy, looks good. All right. And finally, we will try out the foil wrapped. And I can just tell you right now, this one just feels a lot better, but we'll see how the taste is. All right. All right, here is the foil rib. Really nice color on there. A lot of moisture. Here are all of them next to each other. No wrap, butcher paper, foil. I mean, they all look amazing. Let's jump out and let's do the taste test and crown our king. All right, it is the moment of truth. We're gonna try these ribs. It has been a long day. I started this video at like 11 o'clock or noon, and it's almost 7 o'clock. It is actually the 4th of July today, so whatever day this drops, happy 4th of July. I've been working all day. I digress. So now is the time we are gonna see which one is best. And just basing it off of appearance, I would say number 1 is going to be the foil wrapped ribs, number 2 is going to be the butcher paper wrapped ribs, and number 3 is going to be the no wrap ribs. And I'm basing that strictly off the color here and the appearance. You know, obviously no wrap's gonna be a little darker, got a little more bark on the paper ribs, and the foil ribs, you know, steams up nice, retains its color, and just cooks tender and evenly. So I typically am a foil guy, but we'll see if I can be converted. Anyways, I'm going with the no wrap ribs first. Let's do this. Cheers. Very nice flavor on those ribs, nice and smoky, the type of smokiness that I want from a pellet grill. So shout out to Z Grills on that. Really good rib. Now the paper wrapped rib, which is not something I do or have done or frequent. I don't know if I've ever done it before, but anyways, let's do this. That's a good rib. All right. An Old Faithful, the old foil wrap. Let's do this. I'm doing one more bite of each, so I'm just gonna speed this up. All right, they're all phenomenal ribs, and I would cook them all like they were cooked again. I don't dislike no wrap ribs. I don't dislike paper wrapped ribs, and I certainly don't dislike foil wrapped ribs. Ranking them in order of my personal favorite, I'm going with the foil wrapped ribs #1. Big surprise. It's just a cleaner tasting rib. It's got a more porkiness to it. You know, that pork fat renders and it sits in there and steams, and it's just a cleaner rib. I really enjoy a good rib like that. Another reason I prefer the foil wrapped ribs is because I like to wrap with some butter and some sauce in there and give it an extra flavor boost. So I'm a little biased. Now when it comes to the no wrap versus the paper wrap, it's hard for me to decide, but I think I'm going with the no wrap. I like that a little bit better just because they're so similar, and I don't really see a purpose of wrapping in paper when you have something that tastes almost identical. You have good bark formation on both. This is the no wrap, a little bit more crispy up top here, but the fat has rendered really nicely. Same thing with the paper wrap. I mean, for me, it just comes down to why would I buy butcher paper when I rarely ever use it just to wrap my ribs when I can just cook them naked or wrap in foil. So for me, when it comes to ribs, paper's really not my jam. It's messy, it gets greasy everywhere, whereas the foil contains it, and the no wrap, you don't really have to worry about it. So it's just an unnecessary evil for me. I don't dislike butcher paper. I like doing the occasional brisket in it. There's so many other methods these days that I think are better personally, but at the end of the day, it's whatever you and your family and your friends enjoy. So my opinion shouldn't influence you in any way, shape, or form. This video is strictly because I wanted to do a test and I could relay my thoughts to you guys. If you enjoy paper wrapped ribs, you wrap your ribs in paper and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you enjoy foil wrapped ribs, wrap them in foil. If you like naked ribs, cook them naked. At the end of the day, you're the one spending the money, you're the one doing the work. Eat them how you like. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time. I gotta go get cleaned up.